no gon' face. I see them keep trying, professional imitators.
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks offense. On first down, Wilson. Caught left side by Funchess. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Carson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. They run it with Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The gun. Here's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. Now Carson fumbles the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Steelers here ready to go to work for the first time. And the grizzled vet, Ben Roethlisberger, bringing him out now in his 18th season in the National Football League.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And the ball is knocked down, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
That is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has it up for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't
but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw complete there to Johnson.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try to run with Harris, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-zip. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is when
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
2nd and 16.
So the false start will back them up 5. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Melvin Ingram And there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll run with Harris, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. They go with Watt again, the fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
And your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 31, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Roethlisberger.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, Funchess has it complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down inside the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. McLeod now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
61 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ben's throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. A give to Harris. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that fourth. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. This is Carson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. 55.
It's Wilson on the option.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because
they'll start the drive with Harris. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line.
82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
230. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Like 30. Hey, one set. Get back.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. They're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Tyson Alualu breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. McLeod to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and he is all the way up past the 25. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah.